This morning on DC News Now, sunny skies and cold wind for the holiday forecast. Meteorologist Jackie Layer is tracking strong wind gusts and highs near 40. Plus, weekend winds causing damage and outages across the DMV. The latest on crews working to restore power. Honoring a first responder's sacrifice. Remembering a firefighter who died in a home explosion 1 year ago. And we're highlighting Black history and art.
Put a spotlight on the people who were there before, telling the stories within the wood.
Empowering young people through woodworking. And love can have some big impacts on your heart health.
Broken heart syndrome is a real medical condition.
Medical experts share the effects long-term relationships can have on longevity.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your Monday with us here on DC News Now. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day. I'll have a check on your roads, but this wind really is something, Jackie. How's it looking now?
Yeah, I mean, we still have some stronger wind gusts right now. Thankfully, not quite as strong as yesterday, though, but some of those gusts are running upwards of 40 miles per hour. And we still have those power outages ongoing at this point for parts of the region. But let's talk about those current wind gusts. At least 30 miles per hour in D.C., now picked up to 45 miles per hour not too long ago in Hagerstown, and we're nearing 40 miles per hour for Martinsburg, Winchester. Higher gusts over towards Kaiser, at least a 50 mile per hour gust. Wind speeds, sustained winds right now, 15 to 30 miles per hour, at least for D.C. along and north of 66. Less with those winds as you head farther south. Now, in terms of wind chills, though, it's what it feels like as you're heading out the door this morning. When you factor in that wind, 10 is what it feels like in Hagerstown, 24. So it feels like in D.C. Feeling like we're into the single digits over towards Kaiser at this point. Overall, actual air temperature starting off in the 30s to even upper 20s. So cold and windy out there this morning. Still windy and still quite cold out there by 11 a.m. Now, as we look ahead towards 3 o'clock this afternoon, we'll see high temperatures right around 40 degrees. But just factor in that with that wind, it's going to make it feel at least 10 degrees colder. So it's going to feel like those lower 30s as we get towards the middle of the afternoon. But at least we'll have some of that sunshine out there for the day today. Still tracking a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, still breezy tomorrow. Then we're looking at some snow chances out there Wednesday and Thursday. More details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Let's check out the roads right now. We're looking at West Virginia here. This is Inwood, 81 heading southbound. You are seeing some movement. Earlier, we had a line of tractor trailers and vehicles just stuck. We do have icy conditions right along this area near Route 51. So, of course, that's something you're definitely gonna wanna keep in mind if you're heading out in that direction. Again, that's West Virginia, 81 heading southbound right near 51. The rest of your area, as you can see, no problems. A lot of green out there. Hopefully, it stays that way.
All right, well, strong winds across the DMV causing a lot of damage and thousands of people are still without power right now.
Yes, this wind was so powerful. DC News Now's Yamari Sase, she's live in Southeast with more. Yamari, what are you seeing right now?
Still pretty windy out here this morning, but winds are not as strong as what we saw yesterday. Take a look at this outdoor seating area at La Placita restaurant. You can see this part, the leg is completely broken, other parts fallen over, and this is just one of several other tents of their outdoor seating area. That's how strong the winds were just yesterday. Now, actually right now in Northern Virginia, according to Dominion Energy, nearly 100 outages are affecting several thousand customers, and in Maryland, there are currently 166 outages affecting more than 1,600 customers. That's definitely a significant drop compared to what we saw yesterday from both of these companies as crews were working to repair these outages. Now, high winds also caused the Chesapeake Bay Bridge to close for some time, but it did reopen under wind restrictions. And in Montgomery County, large trees fell, wires were down, and roads were closed. Now, if you do encounter any down power lines, it can be deadly, and it's best to avoid the area if you can and contact 911. Now, a lot of damage was taking place across the DMV. Again, if you are currently dealing with any power outages, you are encouraged to report them as well. We're going to continue to cover the damages and the impact that these high winds did cause across the DMV. For now, reporting in Southeast DC, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
That's heartbreaking to see, especially for those local businesses.
Definitely.
All right, Yamari, thank you. A violent Sunday around the DMV, especially in Maryland. Prince George's County Police say a man was killed in a shooting. They say it happened just before 7 p.m. last night on East Marlboro Avenue near East Spring Street. That's in Hyattsville. Police confirmed the man died on scene. It's not known what led up to the shooting. As police continue to investigate, we'll update you as we learn more.
And an investigation is underway after police say 3 people were shot in broad daylight in Northeast. Now, police, they were called to Minnesota Avenue near Benning Road and I-295 yesterday afternoon. They say they found 3 men shot, 1 conscious and breathing, 2 more or not. MPD's homicide unit called to the scene and no suspect descriptions have been shared at this time.
And in Southeast, police are investigating a shooting that left a girl hospitalized. Officials say it happened yesterday afternoon around 3 on Minnesota near 22nd and Prout Street. There, police found the girl shot. She was sent to a hospital and is expected to recover. D.C. police are looking for a white crossover SUV. No further details given.
And the death of a popular DJ and barber who died last November is now being ruled a homicide. 39-year-old Brian Smith died nearly 2 weeks after being assaulted. The 2 teens accused of assaulting him previously charged with robbery. Now D.C. police are seeking to file additional charges against those suspects. The Northern Virginia Medical Examiner's Office now believes Smith died of blunt force trauma. His assault was reportedly part of a string of crimes allegedly committed by 16-year-old and 14-year-old boys last fall. Now, they were arrested after being caught on security camera and charged with robbery and assault with intent to commit robbery. Details of this incident are just shocking to neighbors.
I think it has to go with home, parental. I think parents need to be more involved in the children's life. You know, they have access to too many weapons.
Now detectives are currently working with the Office of the Attorney General on those additional charges.
All right, 6:06. On this Monday, the National Transportation Safety Board releasing an update on their investigation into the mid-air collision over the Potomac. They believe the Army helicopter may have missed some communications from air traffic controllers. On the night of January 29th, the control tower told that Army helicopter to pass behind the American Airlines jet. The NTSB now believes that the helicopter may have not heard that command. They also think that the helicopter pilot should not have been wearing night vision goggles. Some experts tell us that vision goggles can actually hurt more than help when you're flying.
Just can't see them even with goggles on. Goggles actually make it worse down there. It's so bright. So a lot of times we would flip our goggles up going through that area.
It might not be the direct cause, but it certainly could be a potentially contributing factor.
Now, this isn't the first time these goggles have been linked to flight issues. In 2015 and 2016, pilots on Black Hawk helicopters nearly crashed due to goggles obstructing their vision. And if you're flying out of DCA soon, just know there's currently less parking at the airport. Starting today, 850 parking spaces will be removed from the economy lot, and officials say they need to close off a portion of the lot due to construction on a new parking structure. The only way to guarantee a parking space is at a low price is to book one through DCA's website.
All right, well, the IRS is expected to lay off thousands of workers right in the middle of tax season. This comes as the Department of Government Efficiency and the Trump administration continue to work to shrink the federal government. IRS employees were not eligible for the buyout that many federal workers were offered, but it is unclear just how many workers are going to be affected by this. These layoffs are expected to impact probationary workers, and the cuts could start as soon as this week. And the district's Board of Elections says it now has a date for the Ward 8 special election. That is going to be July 15th, with early voting starting on the 11th. Ward 8 currently without a council representative since the council voted to kick off Trayon White after he was indicted on a federal bribery charge last year. But despite overwhelmingly winning re-election, the council voted earlier this month to expel him. White's trial is set for 2026.
And in Virginia, a fallen firefighter being honored by his community. Trevor Brown was killed a year ago in a Loudoun County home explosion. Not only did Brown lose his life during the explosion, but 12 others were injured. The site of the blast will become the home of Trevor Brown Memorial Park, and that is scheduled to open this summer. During last night's vigil, Loudoun County community was joined by local leaders. They say the healing process is not over.
We are still healing, and we will be healing for the foreseeable future. We have a lot to do. We strive to never let this event happen again. And we'll learn from everything we learned from the report that we've gained from this and everything that we did to, again, never let this happen again and improve our policies, our procedures, and all that going forward.
A former employee with fuel provider Southern States Cooperative is awaiting trial on charges related to that explosion. All right, it is now 6:10 on this Monday, bringing the youth together through building.
Yes, we are checking out gentrified wood in D.C. Plus, we're going to take a look at the health benefits of being in love, how romance can be good for your heart.
Taking a live look outside, Jackie, still seeing that movement on the camera. You can tell it's really shaky, but that sun is coming up.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. That sunrise will be a little bit before 7 o'clock this morning, so within the hour. And yeah, we're also noticing those wind gusts too. So overall, still going to be windy out there today, but thankfully not nearly as strong as what we had yesterday. And we'll also see that wind chill too through the day. I'll have more details on that. Look at towards the rest at 7 today. Right after the break.